Hi, we are Group 2. Our country is Singapore, and we are investing as Thermo Fisher Scientific. My name is Masood Khan.
My name's Alec Nowak.
My name is Marissa Ramsey.
I'm August Radil.
My name is Hunding.
So, what is our investment? We are one of the largest global companies in the life sciences industry. We are a 75 billion research capitalization company that provides customers the tools to accelerate life sciences research, solve complex analytical challenges, and improve patient diagnostics. Uh, we are a combination of several different companies that merged to form the current company. Our specific services include sciences solutions, analytic instruments, specialty diagnosis, and laboratory products and services. Our main investment will be in creating a manufacturing facility in Singapore to manufacture our products. We will work with hospitals in the country to understand what they need and use research and development facilities already in Singapore to create newer products and use the manufacturing plant to produce and improve existing products and services. Um, so, um, just to be clear, our investment is in the country itself, and we will be paying the employees that work there. Now, moving on to target consumption and competitors with August.
The main product offered by our company Thermo Fisher is advanced scientific and medical equipment, alongside providing scientific services. With this in mind, the main target consumers will be research and development opportunities related to biological use. Some of these examples include lab solutions, which is one of the main focuses of our company, and this also includes solutions for laboratory use and chemical research and development, lab equipment and lab data software. Another use is clinical and diagnostic applications, some applications for medical research and use line up perfectly with the company in Singapore, and industrial and applied solutions. As their business objective states, their goal is to enable their customers to make the world healthier, cleaner, and safer. Since Singapore has substantial services, educated workers, advanced technological resources, and an elevated healthcare sector, it has been chosen as a prime location for our company's manufacturing facility. Now going to target competitors with Alec.
So, one of the great things about choosing Singapore is its mix between its very large manufacturing industry and the very advanced biomedical industry. And this lines up perfectly with what we need to do as a company to be able to invest in Singapore. So, manufacturing takes up roughly 25% of the nation's GDP. However, this has pros and cons to it. The mix of biomedical and manufacturing industries means the workforce is already adapted to handle this type of labor. We will have to face some competitors such as Abbott and GlaxoSmithKline. Abbott mainly focuses on cardiovascular and diabetes biotech equipment, whereas GlaxoSmithKline primarily focuses on prescription medications and vaccines. However, we will have to focus on what we do best, which is R&D. And as that is already set up in Singapore, we are currently developing new innovative products across all types to stay ahead of the competition. We already have facilities in place, and that will be one of our biggest strengths. With these advantages, we will be able to get a dedicated workforce, serve our target consumers, and carve out a piece to fit our manufacturing needs. And next, we'll go on to the marketing plan with Marissa.
So, because we are already in Singapore with our R&D facility, we will continue to work directly with Singapore hospitals on products they need and would like to produce as well. So, not only are we filling in more in terms of producing for Singapore, but we are hoping to fill in the need of creating products that they do not have access to or are not available in the world yet. We will create these new products in our R&D facility, and then we are planning to produce these new products in our plant that we are building here. Singapore hospitals will be the first ones to have access to these new products, especially the ones that they help us create, which will be a great opportunity for the Singapore hospitals to increase their availability for their community. Another addition to our marketing plan is because of our plant, we will continue to employ Singapore citizens, and this will help create a whole bunch of new jobs for Singapore citizens as well. So next we will have the financial plan with Hung.
About our financial plan, Thermo Fisher has achieved revenues of more than 24 billion US dollars and approximately 70,000 employees globally. The financial service team offer a lease program that allowed the customers to acquire the products economically while meeting the requirements set by management. We offer standards as well as all-inclusive leases, deferred payment plans, 12 months of installment for 0% interest, quarterly, semi-annual, or annual payment terms, flexible payment terms, including balloon payments, technology refresh, and emerging credit. Our standard leasing terms range from 12 to 60 months across a variety of lease programs, including the following: fair market value. This option offers the lowest monthly payment and addresses any concerns about equipment obsolescence by providing three choices at the end of the term. First is return the equipment to Thermo Fisher Scientific and upgrade to new technology. Second is purchase the equipment at its fair market value. Thirdly, continue to lease the equipment. $1 purchase option. At the end of the lease term, customers will own the equipment. All-inclusive lease have one conveniently have one convenient monthly payment that includes the equipment, consumables, service agreements, and financing. Master lease. This program includes a pre-approved line of credit for multiple acquisitions made over time, with a simple one-page schedule for each additional product or investment. Emerging credit, a structured lease program for development stage companies designed to help conserve capital. Technology refresh, avoid equipment obsolescence by upgrading at specific times during the leases. Next is the legal environment of Marisa.
So the legal environment in Singapore is very important to consider when investing in the country. Because of we already have our R&D facility, we have a general understanding of how to handle the legal environment. However, because this is a different type of plant, we still have to consider the legality of everything. So some things to consider is in Singapore, foreign investment is highly encouraged. So because of this, we are helping expand our investment in the country in addition to our R&D plant. So we look forward to having more investment in Singapore. Additionally, we have the legal system is based on common law, such as the US, so we will understand how this works. We will follow laws in regards to building our plant, taking into effect manufacturing in Singapore, also labor laws when hiring Singapore citizens, as well as following quality standards in Singapore. We believe that this is very important because we want to have the best and highest quality of our products to sell to the Singapore hospitals and to help the Singapore community. Lastly, we will be working closely with Singapore lawyers and the legal advisors to help us navigate the legal ecosystem that we may not think of when creating our new plant here. And next we will have our cultural environment in Singapore with Alec.
When investing, I know we think about a lot of issues such as what product are we going to sell, how are we going to market it, how are we going to finance it, and I think one of the things that gets overlooked when going international is the culture. Every culture is different, and it's really important to be sensitive, not only as to not offend anyone, but so you can actually thrive in that country and have a great foreign investment. And a couple differences between Singapore and the US would be the family orientation of Singapore versus the individualism of the US, and how business relationships are thought of in Singapore versus the US. So, family orientation basically means that the family unit in Singapore is kind of acts as a whole. In the U.S., we're built on individualism, and that's great. But when we move over to Singapore, we have to realize that that's not how business works. That's not how life works over there. And so, being sensitive to that and understanding that can really help us um, with our foreign investment. And investing in a hospital, I think that's one of the great things to look after family and after community in general. Is that that's what hospitals are there for? That's their main focus, is to help the community, in this case with healthcare, and help the families just lead healthier lives in general. And business relationships in Singapore again are different to to that of the U.S. Business relationships in the U.S. tend to be more formal, and we separate business and personal lives pretty cleanly. In Singapore, that is not the case. However, business relationships are just as important as family relationships, and they really need to be given that same attention as a business relationship. And the last thing I want to touch on is body language versus verbal language. So we all know that there's a difference. It could be how you say something. It could be the actions of your arms, or facial expressions. And I think it's something that gets overlooked. In the U.S., it might not be seen as important, but in Singapore it is. So when having a business meeting or any personal meeting, no matter how formal or informal, we need to learn just to be sensitive of that and to be able to distinguish what we say and how we say it. Once again, thank you for letting us present to you, and we hope to let you invest with us.